right, it's great to be back. Finally back here in the markets on the channel. So I did take some trades in my live account. You're looking at my live account right now, my dashboard with Topstep. While I was kind of busy with other things, I took a couple little trades, brought the count down to $5,818, and we're looking at 80% winning days, 77 days complete. 39 of those days since my last payout have been $200 or more. And my stats are starting to improve here with 70% win rate. And my average winning trade is now at 207. Average losing is down to 317. So all this stuff is starting to equalize, starting to get in the right spot. But, I still have my average losing day of, 1,367 and my average winning day only of 303. So those need to equalize. And my best day is only $1,078 right now. So once that gets into the $2,000 or $3,000 range, we'll start to see these two equalize. Once everything's equalized, this account will start to take off and really start growing. So far so good actually with what's happening with the live account. Even though it doesn't look like it here, it's starting to spool up in the right direction. So it should be good to go. All right, so the first time I made it through the combines into XFA into live, I went through my process to do that, which I knew I was going to blow up a few combines in the process of discovery and exploration, and then making my adjustments, and then zipping through and doing my whole process. And then once I got through to the live account, I decided to do something different and trade more on discretion than technicals. And I want to say that was part of the problem, but the real problem with that is I just didn't take the time to really sit down and go through and create a proper trade plan, and then create a proper strategy to go with that trade plan. I kind of did it, but I did it kind of, like half-assed basically, and didn't really vet it and really think it through. Especially trading the NQ with that trade plan and that strategy was almost impossible, with the NQ moving in one candle $1,000 or more, exceeding my risk in that account. And then when things started going a little bit rough, I would find myself taking my winners off the table early and still letting my losers stop out at the full stop. So now I'm losing more than I'm making, which is a recipe for disaster. And then there's days where I didn't trade on nice winning days, and I came back to trade on losing days, which just all these things compounded to one disaster after another, dumb trading, making mistakes, all the stuff that you saw in that whole series, if you will. Now, I could have just repeated exactly what I did the first time I made it to the live account. It would have been fine. Got the 150K combine, and then went right through with the same plan, same strategy. I mean, well, what's the point of copying that? I wanted to do something different. So I'm going to do something different. So I went, took these last 2 weeks, been really busy. Have two properties, both where the eye of hurricanes crossed over, one in Georgia, one in Florida. So I had to take care of those properties and do all that stuff. Everything's good, all good. Not really too much damage. It's just prepping and then cleaning up and stuff like that. So that took much time. And then I spent the rest of my time, like I said, took a couple trades in the live account. Didn't really focus making content on the channel. Although I did make a short. If you didn't see that short, it had some really important information in there. And the one thing, the takeaway from it, the most important piece, is if you're trading with Topstep especially, but also you need to check with the rest of, whatever firm you're with. Topstep has a term of use, I'm going to call it a rule, that says if you trade with a VPN, then you could forfeit your accounts and any profits that may be owed to you. So if you're trading with Topstep, make sure your VPN is turned off. My VPN automatically turns on constantly, so I have to keep on making sure it's off. And if you're with a different prop firm, they may have that same term of use in that giant document of agreement that you signed buried in there in the fine print. Don't let these prop firms, void your payouts and close your accounts because you violated the terms of use. Make sure you know what's in there. There's little things in there like that could trip you up. So, and I put up some of those in that short that I put out last week. All right, so also in that time, I worked on just creating a brand new trade plan from scratch. Didn't even look at the old one. I'm like, let's go from scratch. Let's start from day one, trade plan. All right, got it. Now let's do the strategy to fit the trade plan. My trade plan to me is my roadmap. The strategy is the vehicle I need to travel that roadmap. And if that roadmap takes me off-road, I need an off-road vehicle. Slow and bumpy, right? If it takes me in the water kind of thing, right? So your trade plan is the map, could take you all kinds of different ways. And it could be a whole bunch, it could be a series of ways. It could start off-road and then get to a nice, on-road hard pavement. Then it can go back off-road again. Your trade plan can take you a variety of different paths. And I just need to have vehicles that can fit those paths. Those vehicles are the strategy. So went back, redid all that stuff the way it should have been done the first time when I was going to do this new thing, and came to a whole bunch of different conclusions. I also went through the live accounts trade plan, just gave it a little update. It was pretty good, but did update it a little bit. I'm going to add gold back into trading in the live account. So you'll see gold coming back into that. So as part of the new trade plan and new strategies, I went into Topstep, went into my account, and I closed out those 50K combines. Do not rebill me, closing them out. So I closed them out because they don't fit the new trade plan. So I could talk to you for probably a good solid 2 hours about my new trade plan and new strategies and why I made the decisions I made and all the details that go with it, which I'm not going to do in these videos. I want to try to keep them to short as possible, 10 to 15 minute videos. So I'll pepper a lot of that information in over the next several videos as we get into trading. But I do want to give you a quick overview of what things are going to look like going forward. So first of all, I really appreciate all the feedback I got on that video where I was asking you for your advice on trading the combine or just trading the live account. And it was pretty wild to see, I did have a lot of people that said they prefer just to see the funded accounts, but I also had quite a few that said that they want to see both. They want to see the process of getting to funded. So I'm going to divide this up now into two different series. So the first, the live account will still fall under the Battle for Freedom, and the new plan is going to go from combine express funded, and then hopefully that money gets rolled over into my live account. And that is going to be under my Prop Firm Gold Rush series. And as you probably could see from the beginning of this video, the intro, I'm going to start trading Bitcoin and gold as my tickers going forward for the combine into the XFA. Yep, Bitcoin is now a ticker you can trade on Topstep. So I'm going to start adding that crypto into it. And the Bitcoin and the gold, with the trade plan, it allows me to still trade in a 50K combine and be able to do what I need to do without, $1,000 candles kind of thing. The second part to this piece is I'm going to start trading in Topstep X. And the reason why I'm going to do that, for one, I started looking into it, exploring it. It's actually really nice. It's a really, really nice platform. But it allows me to trade my live account, which I'm trading in NinjaTrader and Topstep X at the same time, because Topstep X doesn't go through Rhythmic. So it also alleviates any kind of potential Rhythmic issues. Don't have to worry about those there. And I can have both platforms up on one computer and trade them. The next big thing with Topstep X is it comes with a built-in trade copier. Really easy to use. I'm going to show you that on the next video before we get into trading on the new combines. So trade copier, yes, I'm going to start copy trading. I never thought I would copy trade, but there's a lot of benefits to it. Really digging into deep diving the copy trade thing. I think it's an awesome setup to be able to have. So I'm definitely going to take advantage of it, and we'll start talking about the details on why copy trading could be a key for especially new traders dealing with mental fitness in trading. But there's a whole bunch of other little benefits that I've discovered in my deep dive into copy trading. So that's going to be a part of the new trade plan as well. And it's all going to be across 50K accounts. Okay, so another pretty neat thing with the Topstep X platform is the way they ratio the minis and the micros as far as contract goes. So the maximum contracts in the 50K account is 5. With the minis, I can take 5 contracts. With the micros, I could take 50 contracts. So if I wanted to go to them, and there's no commissions. So if I wanted to go to the micros, I can more evenly base out my risk. So if I wanted to risk, say, $300 on a trade, I could take 22 micros to make that $300 risk really close to it. This way, I'm evenly risking $300 on every trade. So with that said, I could probably still trade the NQ and just trade in the MNQ and not have the FOMO that would pull me back over to the mini. I could just stay in the micros and then manage my risk based on those contracts being able to trade, 10 or 15 or 20 or whatever's needed to be able to get to the risk parameters. I probably could do that. So because NQ gave me that beating for the last several months, I'm done with it. I want to have a visually different ticker, emotionally different. Like I just don't want that connection with that anymore. I may go back to NQ in the future, but right now I just need that break from that ticker, and I don't want to have to worry about that emotional tie to that. So new tickers, Bitcoin and gold. All right, so that's basically it. So that's what I'm gonna do going forward. It'll be two different series. You'll see the Battle for Freedom, which will be my live account, and then the Prop Firm Gold Rush, which will be the new process going from Combine XFA into live again, which will really just be rolling that money in. So, and I'll try to keep those to about 10 minutes on each one. And then you'll start to see me trading on Topstep X on the Prop Firm Gold Rush, and you'll still see Ninja Trader with my live account. All right, everybody. So we'll see you tomorrow, Monday, for first day of trading in the new accounts. I just picked up two 50K combines to test out the copy trading. I didn't want to do that right off the bat with 4 or 5 combines and have something weird happen. So starting with 2, see how it goes, and then I'll add more, and then we'll get full sized up with the copy trading. The only downside is my new trade plan I was going to do 5 accounts, which is what Topstep allows you to copy trade, and do 5 50K accounts. But when I went on tilt, basically at the end a few weeks ago, I was like, you know what? I need a therapy account. I'm going back to 150K combine. I jumped into a 150K combine. Here's that 150K combine, and I don't really want it because I want to do all 50Ks. I want to copy trade them all across. And this 150K is a Ninja Trader, so I can't copy trade it with Topstep X because when you sign up with the combines, you have to choose a platform. And if I chose Topstep X, then it'd be fine. I could, lump it in with everything else, but I can't because it's through Rhythmic now, and it's just its own separate little thing sticking on the wings over here. So now I have this account. I started off just, discretionary trading, casino trading. And then when I got here, I was like, you know what? My new trade plan's almost done. Let me just trade what's in the new trade plan with this account for now. Just kind of like give it a little test run. And then right away, hit a nice $4,500 winner. And then have been cruising since then. Market was just in perfect condition that day. And these were several trades to give me that. And then I've just been doing 1 trade a day, basically going across here. So slowly growing that up. I don't know. I'm going to swing big with this one following the trade plan, and either get it passed into an XFA, which then is still, I think, tied to Ninja Trader. So I kind of don't even want it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I don't know. Maybe I'll turn it into a funded account, get the payout, and then just, once in a while trade it, keep it active in the wings kind of thing. Just trade it a couple times a month with high probability, so I can trade it for a $4,000 or $5,000 risk. And maybe make $4,000 or $5,000 a month if I trade this, 3 or 4 days a month, and then just only have 4 copy trades over on the Topstep X. Not sure yet. We'll see what happens here. It's kind of put a monkey wrench in my plans, but it's there. So you may see this, turn into an XFA eventually, and if it does, I'll start bringing the trades to you from this account. But I don't really care about it, so I don't know. Maybe that'll be the key to success in this account, is that I don't care about it. And that's probably what will make this my most successful account. All right, traders, we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll get into Topstep X, how it works, how I'm using it, and the details through this new series, Prop Firm Gold Rush.